Mr. Carr. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to stand up, face the east, and we're going to get today's class started. We'll blow the shofar 7 times, and I'll give us, the Father's prayer, and we'll begin from there. Mashiyach, the atoning sacrifice for the nation of Yashra'al. Father Abiyah, we pray that your will be done on earth as it is in Shamayim. Father Abiyah, we pray for all of the brothers and sisters that we might be able to come in one accord under your Torah, following your divine instructions that you laid out for our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Father Abiyah, we pray for the 12 tribes of Israel that are scattered abroad, that you reunite us in one consent under your Torah. Father Abiyah, we pray for those that were not able to make it, that you keep them safe and sound through the troublous times that we're facing. Father, we pray that your Ruach HaKodesh is on this lesson today, that we might bring it out in clarity, that it's informative, and that it will give us a better understanding of what your purpose and what your will is. Father, we ask all these things in your set-apart name, through your Son, Yashra'al Mashiyach. Hallelujah, Lord. Hallelujah, Lord. Hallelujah, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Okay, Mr. McCobb, we're going to go ahead and get started, all right? And we'll make the announcements after class is actually done. And the title of today's class is called Pictures of Mashiyach, all right? Pictures of Mashiyach. And what we're going to be doing in a couple of lessons is actually showing the Messiah actually in the Old Testament only, all right? Only in the Old Testament, because we want to make sure that everybody has a clear understanding of salvation. What I also have on the board here is the Mashiach's name in Hebrew, where we have the Mem, we have the Shin, we have the Yod, and we have the all right? So putting these words together, we have Mashiach in Hebrew. Now, like I do in all the classes that I do, before we get started, we must make sure that we give all esteem and make all acknowledgement to the Father, Abiyah, for sending his ultimate love gift, Yashra'al Mashiyach, who is and was that atoning sacrifice for the nation of Yashra'al. That's going to be very, very important that we understand prophetic shadow pictures, how to actually look at the scriptures, and making sure that in our lives, the Father and the Son comes first. Before we get started, let's put my marker here. Before we get started, let's just go over a little Hebrew here, all right? So if the question was asked, because Hebrew is part of our language, it's part of our culture, and what we do every Shabbat here is make sure that everybody understands that the purpose of this class is for us to get back to learning the language, all right, understanding our culture, and coming into one accord with the scriptures from a Hebrew perspective. So the question was asked, being that we all say that we're Hebrews, if the question was asked, Hebrew is read from what direction?
Right.
Okay, hallelujah, from right to left. Yeah, right to left. The Hebrew alphabet has how many letters?
22.
22 letters. The Hebrew alphabet has how many finals?
How many what?
Finals.
Final?
Yeah, the Aramaic alphabet, the way that it's written that way, how many finals are in the Hebrew language? 6. mistakes, okay? We have 6. Okay, no problem. So what we're going to be doing before we get started with any class, we're going to make sure, try to get like a grassroots understanding on how the Hebrew language actually is spoken. There are rules, grammar rules to the language. It's going to be very important that we understand those grammar rules. Now the finals that you're going to see are what they call sophites. They're actually, the first one is the mem. All right, this is the mem. That's a final. Meaning that when you have a word, like for example, the word like shalom. Shalom, you have that letter. This M right here is a final. You would never have it like this. Not this letter here. This is what you consider or call a final, and this will always be at the end of the letter, and not this one here. All right? Any questions with that? You don't understand that? If you do it this way, no problem. I don't want to go no further if you don't understand. These are the Hebrew alphabets. We did this before, but there's no problem. We have the Aleph. We have this one here, the kuf. The kuf. Zakar is like this. This is the kuf, right? That's the kuf. Right, the peg. So we have the par, tazar, par, rashas, the fa. So these are your 22 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. These are your 22 Hebrew alphabets here. This is the Aramaic. But with the side of the Hebrew alphabet, you have what they call finals. And one example that I brought out is the word shalom. The word shalom, the sheen, the lamed, the u, and then we have the mem. But see, but this is the mem right here. But you can only use this mem in the middle of a word, never at the end. So at the end of the word, it would be called a final, and you will see the mem like this.
Do they also call the final Sophie?
Yeah, yeah, we're talking about the Sophie. So this is actually a mem Sophie.
So, wait, how many finals are there? 5.
Yeah, we're going to know there's 5.
Okay.
So this is 1. All right, so the next week, just going to erase this so everything will also bunched up together. So we have the mem Sophie, and we have the nun Sophie. We have the mem, and we have the nun, which is, see if I can get a better marker.
It's not one of your back.
Check to make sure that I have the nun. The nun Sophie, that's also a final. We have, the next one is the kaf. That's also a final. We have the fe, will look like this, or the pei. That's also a final. And the last one is the sadeh, which looks like Sade. So these will actually be your 5 Hebrew finals. When I say finals, you will see these letters being used only at the end of a word.
Question. Is that, because I'm still trying to get my hand around it. That to side, is that sometimes used to connect things too?
The Sade,
Yes, I did.
the one you usually use for the connector is the who.
The ooh, okay, that's
Right.
right.
And the who in Hebrew means and. All right. Any questions with the finals? There's 5 Hebrew finals, 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, and Hebrew is read from right to left. And then these suffix here, which sometimes they call finals, they are only located at the end of a word. Only at the end of a word. All right? This is going to be very important that we understand these things, because when we begin to read the language, because we're going to have our brother Yehuda to actually do the father's, the Devarim, the 6th chapter, the 4th verse, is Shema actually in Hebrew during Pesach. So we just want to make sure everybody gets real familiar with everything. Like, for example, with a little Hebrew, everybody should know this letter here, or this word here. We have, this is, right, so this is the father's name. Let me write that a little bit clearer. We have the Yod, we have the Hey, we have the Hu, we have the Hey. So this would be Yahuwah. This is the father's name in Aramaic. This would be the father's name in Hebrew. I mean, in the ancient Hebrew, they call it paleo. The word paleo is a Greek word and just means ancient. So this would be the father's name in that's the father's name in Paleo Hebrew. Before I go any further, all right, are there any questions with anything? Okay, told.
With the numbers.
All right. And actually, let's do it this way. The son's name in Aramaic would be that's Yahushua. We have the Yod, the Hey, the Hu, the Shin, and the Ayin. This is Yahushua. Which we're going to be talking about the Mashiyach, Yahusha, in today's lesson. The name would actually look like this in the ancient Hebrew. That's Yahusha in the paleo. This is Aramaic. And the reason why I'm going over this is because what I try to do when we get into it a little bit next week, where we start talking about the geshes, the codes, and the vowel pointing system, so that we would be able to know how to pronounce or pronunciate these words here. And we'll get into that next week, because I don't want to go too far ahead. I just want to bring out some of the basic things that we should know with the Hebrew alphabet. And one of the things that's very important is understanding how to identify and know what we're looking at when we begin to read the Father's name. Everybody should be able to recognize the Father's name. Everybody should be able to recognize the Son's name.
Excuse me, sir.
Gotcha.
What about the, I know it's not a W, but it kind of look like a W.
Oh, the sheen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that makes the sheen. And then, based upon where the, again, we get into that next week, where the dot is, it's going to make either a sha sound or a s sound, a sheen. Either a sha or a seen, based upon where the vowel point is at. We'll go into the vowel points next week, but absolutely, it looks like a W, and this means to consume. The ain represents the eye, the u is the nail, the hey means to behold, to look, or to beware, and the yo is the right hand.
Oh, yeah. I watched you do that this morning. Something else, but you do that, then you just say what it all means together.
Right, exactly. Because each one of these Hebrew characters is actually telling a story.
Right.
But again, we'll get into that a little bit later on. I just wanted to make sure that everybody's able to understand or recognize, if you come across any piece of literature in Hebrew, if you're doing your research, and if you used to see this word here in your research, automatically you should know that this is actually Yahusha, and we already wrote down the Father's name. And you might see some people with the ancient Hebrew on their clothing. And if you see this is actually the same thing, but this is a more older language than this. This is new to school. This is Paleo Hebrew. This is the ancient. And then after that, as you see on my shirt here, you got the pictograph, which is the oldest form of writing the Hebrew language. So first you got pictures, then you got letters, then you got the more modern letters. All right, so that's pretty much what we have here. Again, this is part of our culture. At one point, we knew this before we went into the different captivities, and when we lost our identity, we lost all knowledge of our language and who we are. I wanted to talk about a little of some Hebrew greetings, which should be practiced in our households. And I already gave everybody a heads up. This is the Mem Sophie. Everybody know what that word is, right?
Shalom.
Right, shalom, right? This means peace, and it means complete. All right? You can also say shalom as in goodbye. So we used to practice some of these things amongst one another and to get us a little bit more familiar with the language. All right, shalom. Another word is boker tov. All right. The bet, we have the resh. We have the bet, the u, the kuf, and the resh. Okay, so this is actually look like this. Over 2. Or based upon the vowel pointing system, we get into that a little bit later. If you see the dagesh on top of the letter, this will actually be told. All right, and if you see no vowel point in the middle of this, it'll actually be told. We'll get into that next week. So we have the bet, we have the u, we have the kuf, and we have Boker, and then we have the Resh. This is your Tet, this is your U, this is your Bet. Boker Tov means good morning.
Is that all one word, from the bottom?
Boker Tov, yeah.
No, from the other line, the bottom.
Right here, this word here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
The
is
shin.
Tov.
From the shin. From this-
Shin?
Yeah.
This is the Tet.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the Sheen here. This is the Sheen. This
that's
is,
not the same, oh, sorry.
yeah. This is the Tov, the top.
But it's
Okay.
that's one word, right? The whole thing?
Yes, this is all one word. Boker. This is Boker Tov, all one word. Okay. The next word is what Zakein's Isha likes to say. Then we get started. We have Aleph, the Resh. We have wait a minute. This is Akar Zoharim Tovim, which means,
Yeah.
I can't even know what this word is. Right, good afternoon. So we have the Aleph, we have the Ket, and we have the Resh. That's Akar. Or you might see it like this. That's a car. We have the Zadeh. We have the Hay. We have the Resh. We have a Yod, and we have a Mem Sofi. This will be your Mem Sofi here. And this is Zoharim. We have the Tet. We have the U. We have the Bet. We have the Yod. In a minute. So we have a parts over to me as in told, and we have the word, we'll get to that a little bit later, but this right here, the yod and the mem actually makes the word more than one of the plural. And so this is our cards over ring to me, which means good afternoon, long story short. You can even use to go online and just type in Hebrew greetings. You know, a lot of these words will automatically come up, and practice makes perfect. And again, we can practice some of these things amongst one another. And with inside of our households, you'll be speaking Brit or Ibri, no time flat. All right? No time flat. And the last word, okay? We have the word good night. Anybody know the word good night is? What is it? Uh-huh. All right. That's good evening. What about the word good night? Good night. Good night is good night, right? This is good evening. So what is good night? What is it? I heard it. Somebody whispered it. Yeah, Elijah told. Elijah told. We have the Lamed. Oh, we have the Lamed. Okay, we got the Yod, the Lamed, and the Hey. Okay, this is L-A-I-L-A-H. All right? And you have Tov. C-U-V. By your Tov. And this is Arab, A-R-A-B, or you might see E-R-E-V, based upon the vowel pointing system. You have the word Tov. Or Tov. Don't say that's a derb, which means okay, or Cain means yes. Or you say Boni, Ekha means let's go. No. Everybody knows how to read, okay, the Shema now? We put notice out about 2.5 months ago. And everybody should know how to at least read it by now. So, can everybody at least read it? Okay, no problem. We're going to have our brother here. He's going to put on a nice show for us on Pesach. He's going to have everything together for us. And we're going to have our brother who's going to also do the Father's Prayer in Hebrew. So we're going to have a nice festival at Pesach. We're going to have a nice good time. All right? So we good? Everybody's told? Good to go? All right, so we're going to take a pause here. That's where we at, Yukeshi? Yeah? All right. So we're going to let you get restarted. Now, the next topic today, like the name of the show, is about finding the Mashiyach, or pictures of the Mashiyach in the Torah. And the way that I'm going to do this first here now is let's look at it. I'm going to draw the picture. Everybody know what this is. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Flames here. What is the name of this piece of ornament in Hebrew? It's called a
menorah.
There you go. All right, a menorah. If somebody can go to the book of Bereshit, the book of Genesis, the first chapter, verse 14. Bereshit, or the book of Genesis. Bereshit. One and 14. Okay, I'll read it. And Elohim, or El said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the light, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. All right, for days and for years. When you look at that word seasons, all right, we get a very, very special word. Okay, so showing us over 4150, we get the word moed. Moed. Anybody know what the word moed means? Right. An appointment is talking about the festivals of Yahuwah. All right? So appointments are talking about the festivals of Yahuwah. And And what we're going to do is show that there was a salvation plan that existed from the very beginning for the nation of Yashra'al. Now, these candlesticks are going to be very important, like we all agree that Hebrew is read from right to left, right? From right to left. Each one of these sticks represents a candle today. The Hebrew word for candle is the nun and the resh, and that means that's candle. When you add a u and a tha to it, this plural form here, you now you get candles. Candles. So we have seven candlesticks. So we have nar for candle, and naruf is plural for candles. Now, each candle is representing a festival of Yahuwah. The first candle is representing what? Right, Pesach. The first one is representing Pesach. All right, Pesach. Pesach represents salvation and Yahushua's salvation plan in the beginning. But when you begin to look at just in Hebrew now, the first word in the story of Genesis is in the beginning. In the beginning. So when you begin to look at the creation story, we have a salvation plan that's set from the very beginning. That word in the beginning represents Pesach. That's your first candlestick. Pesach. So in the beginning, we have a new start, a new beginning, and that new start represents Pesach. And Pesach, originally when Yashra'al came out of Egypt, happened during what time of the year?
Spring.
Right, during the spring, but it happened during what we call a Yobel, or a Yobel, which is a Jubilee. The Jubilee represents a new beginning. All this is going to make sense as we go on. The second candle represents the second festival. And the second festival is what?
Unleavened bread.
Right, exactly. Unleavened bread. So in the beginning, we have Pesach, the second creation. We have the second word was, anybody know what the second word in Hebrew is? In the story of Genesis? You have in the beginning, bara, right? The word bara it means, anybody know? It's created. So in the beginning, it was Pesach, a new beginning, created, unleavened bread, and unleavened bread represents
Oh, no sin.
right, without sin. This is all in the creation story that can be spelled out in the festivals of Yahuwah. The second, actually going on to the third one now. The third candle represents the third day of creation. And the third festival of Yahuwah. And the third festival is what?
First fruits.
Right. So we have Pesach. We have unleavened bread. And we have to wave the sheaf offering, right? Or first fruits. Let's put that down there, first fruits. So, in the creation story, we have, in the beginning, created Elohim. You see how we did that? We have, again, in Genesis, the first chapter, verse 1, we have, in the beginning, created Elohim. If there's any questions, does anybody have their Hebrew books with them? The third word in the Hebrew alphabet is the word in the beginning, bara was created, we have Elohim. All right? Okay, all right, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going. If there's any questions in the end, we'll do it that way. The third word is, the third word of recreation is Elohim. So far we have, in the creation story, we have Bereshit, in the beginning, bara, or created Elohim. The fourth day of creation represents the fourth festival. Anybody know what the fourth festival is?
Feast of Weeks. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right. We have the Feast of Weeks. Feast of Weeks. Anybody know what the fourth word in the creation story is? Excuse me? No, we have in the beginning created Elohim Aleph Tav. So if we say it real slow and digest it, in the beginning created Elohim Aleph Tav. This is a recreation story, yes.
So for the first fruits, what does that represent? Like how unleavened bread represents without sin and...
Right, the first fruits now is like the new beginning, where according to the festivals, Israel can now partake of the fruits. But before that happens now is that first fruits has to be weighed. And what we're going to show here now, when we go through the biblical feast here, is that in the beginning, created Elohim Aleph Tav. This Aleph Tav here simply represents strength and authority. And we're going to show, I'm going to answer your question, all right? But I'm going to do it with the scripture. So far what we have, because what we need to be able to see here is that the Messiah is actually working through the festivals. In the beginning, created Elohim Aleph Tav. We need to identify who is that Aleph Tav. All right? And with this, we have festivals. We have Pesach. Okay, we have unleavened bread. We have the marriage, after the first fruits. And so the fourth one now, we're going to talk about what actually did the Father create from the very beginning. We're going to go through it in increments here. I don't want to lose anybody. Now, again, we said that the olive represents strength and authority. And this towel here makes this towel. Most scholars say that this is actually a fa and not a towel. But again, this is the mark, the sign of the covenant. All right? The mark, the sign of the covenant. So this strong leader here now is going to have a mark, a sign of the covenant, which gives us the Hebrew word bris, which means to cut. So in order to make any covenant now, there has to be a cutting. And this is going to now show us now the purpose of this Aleph Tav here. Yes?
So you're saying in the beginning you created the light, and the light is the commandment of the Torah. Is that what you mean?
Right. The light is the Torah, where that light here is a different word from light in other verses in the scripture. The word light there is the aleph, the u, is the u of or. That word is actually light. So in the beginning, I don't want to go too far, but in the beginning there was darkness. That word darkness is the Hebrew word adar, which means darkness. And so when this light shone or shined in the darkness, so there was chaos in the beginning. So when this light was shown, which represents the Messiah, we now have light in the world. The Messiah is that light. The way that it tells us in the book of John, I am the light of the world. Right. So prior to the Messiah coming, the world was in darkness. So it was a retelling of the story of Genesis back in the story of John. But I don't want to go there. That's not what I'm trying to show here. But in the first 7 letters, in the first festivals of Yahuwah, is not talking about the second verse. In the third verse, it talks about the word bohu and tohu, void and darkness. And this is where the light come in. That's like the second chapter. I mean, the second verse. So I'm not really trying to go there yet. I just want to kind of go slow here. So we have the olive top being created on the 4th day. Now, if you go to the book of Revelation, or the book of Rezon, the first chapter, verses 12 to 13, we're going to prove here now this olive top. The olive and top. Right, Revelation, the first chapter, 12 and 13. Excuse me. Yes, okay, you go with that.
Revelation 1, chapter 12 and 13.
Right.
And I turned to see the voice that spoke with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden menorahs.
7, 12, you see how many menorahs?
7 golden menorahs. And in the midst of the 7 menorahs, one like unto the son of Adam, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the chest with a golden girdle. Keep going.
Yeah, that's it here. So in the midst of the candlestick, you saw, and I turned to see the voice that spoke with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the midst of the candlestick is half of 7 is what? 3.5. We rounded off the number. This is the midst of the candlestick. And they saw in the midst of the candlestick one like the Son of Man, clothed like the Son of Man, with a garment down to the foot, with a girt about the paps and a golden girdle. The question is, who is this that's in the midst of the golden candlestick? It's the Mashiyach. We're going to show actually that this, yes.
How did they know that it was the Son of Man?
We have Yehukanan, who's on the island of Patmos in Asia Minor, and he made an example. What he's saying now is that when we read it again, actually, I'm going to read it verse 8. I'm going to start at verse 7. No, I'll start at verse 1. The revelation, all right? The word revelation means to reveal, all right? So I'm going to read it on now. The revelation of the Messiah, which Yahuwah or El gave unto him, to show him his servants things which must come shortly to pass. And he sent and signified it by his messenger unto his servant John. So actually, verse 1 is going to answer the question. This is the revelation of Yashra'al Mashiyach, which El gave unto him to show him his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent it and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, the Yehukanan, who bear record of the word of Yahuwah and the testimony of Yashra'al Mashiyach, and of all things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of the Torah, or his debar of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Now I'm going to just jump to verse 8. Verse 8 says, I am Alpha and Omega. Alpha and Omega means the beginning and the end. Right? Everybody understands that. So, the beginning letter of the Hebrew alphabet is the Aleph. The ending word or alphabet in the Hebrew alphabet is actually the Tau. All right? So, I'm the beginning and the end. So, this gives us an example of who this is actually talking about in the midst of the candlestick. Everybody's told, right? Hallelujah. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning, the Reshit and the end, said Yahuwah, which is and which was and which is to come, the Almighty. Now, I just want to tap into that just a little bit because we're not going to go into the New Testament too much. But the word, let's go into the book of Zechariah to actually prove this a little bit more. Because we're now talking about a very important festival or creation, because what people have done with the modern Hebrew is that they minimize the Aleph Tav to only a direct object pointer. That's all they say that it is. It's a direct object pointer actually describing the next word. So in Hebrew, we know that in ancient Hebrew, you can't use that formula to say that it's only an object pointer. That's not what it says. So if somebody can go to the book of Zechariah, the 12th chapter, the 10th verse.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 10 reads, "And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Yashra'al the ruach of grace and of supplications, and they shall look upon me, whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourns for his Yashra'al, and shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn." Right,
so the question is now, those of us who are having problems finding Mashiyach in the Old Testament, my question then is, who is that referring to? One more time, Haki. This is real close to what Haki is saying here.
Zechariah 12:10, "And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Yashra'al the ruach of grace and supplications, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
They shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
And they shall mourn for him as one mourns for his Yashra'al.
As his only child.
And shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn."
Exactly. So now, in the midst of all this here now, we have a salvation plan for the nation of Yashra'al. And this also now explains to us about the second coming of the Messiah. Because we now have Pesach, and we get into this a little bit later, but Pesach was accomplished. All right? The Feast of Unleavened Bread was accomplished. The first fruits was accomplished. So what we're now looking forward to come now are the three last festivals. So we have the first coming of the Messiah here, and now we're going to have this the second coming of the Messiah with the last three festivals here. Now, the fourth day of creation is Yahuwah's fourth plan of salvation, which is Shabbat. Shabbat is what? What is it?
Feast of Weeks.
Right, it's the Feast of Weeks. So we have here now a marriage ceremony. This is the marriage. So in the beginning, the Father created what? Right, but in the beginning, the Father created a house. And in the beginning, the Father created unity. He created unity from the very beginning, because when inside of the house, this can only be a house when there's unity. If there's no unity, this can't be a house. So that's going to be very important for everybody to understand the rules to how this actually works and the importance of the Messiah and the festivals. The fifth day of creation, we have Yahuwah's fifth plan of salvation called, the fifth festival is called what?
Trumpets.
Right, trumpets, Yom Teruah. Yom Teruah. So we have, in the beginning, created Elohim, Aleph Tav, all right, and then we have Aleph Tav, we have Shamayim. So in the beginning, Elohim created Aleph Tav, Shamayim. From Shamayim, we're going to hear the shout, the blast, the second coming of the Messiah. This is the fifth candlestick. Everybody is with me so far? Because again, when you read the Genesis story, it's going to say, in the beginning created Elohim, Aleph Tav, Shamayim. The fifth candlestick The fifth plan of salvation, the word Shamayim is heavens. The sixth festival is what? What is it? Right, Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. So, we have the six candles symbolizes Yahuwah's sixth plan of salvation called Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. And the sixth letter of creation is this letter here. Take some of this down here. Watch this. In the beginning, the first candlestick, created, second candlestick, Elohim, the third candlestick, Aleph Tav, the fourth candlestick. In the beginning created Elohim, Aleph Tav, Shamayim, which is the heavens, and then we have this letter here, the Aleph, Tav, and we have, the U, Aleph, Tav. The U in Hebrew it says what? Anybody know what, if you've seen a U in a sentence in Hebrew, what that actually means? And it's a conjunction. But it also talks about now this, you see this U here as being a nail. And a nail is used to pierce, to puncture. So this is going to actually now show the function of what is supposed to happen now here with the Aleph Tav. And once this Aleph Tav is actually punctured now, he's going to actually now be bringing back together the nation of Yashra'al. Because again, a salvation plan existed from the very beginning because the Father knew that the bride was going to actually go astray. So with the salvation plan here now, we have the nail being pierced through the Aleph Tav. But the only way that you can pierce an Aleph Tav is that the Aleph Tav has to become flesh. The Word became flesh and tabernacled amongst us. All right? So, are there any questions? I just want to make sure that we all on the same page here. So again, the nail, which is the U, that connects to the Aleph Tav, is a symbolic of what will happen to the Aleph Tav in the future. The nail represents bringing or rejoining something or someone back together again. The nail also represents pain and affliction, as in the Day of Atonement, we're supposed to afflict our souls. We talked about this Hebrew word a couple of times before. The Hebrew word anah. Hebrew word anah. Anybody remember what the word anah means? It means to afflict. And this week we had talked about last year, 2016, according to the Gregorian calendar, is that we're not supposed to be moving from festival to festival if there's leaven in your inside of you. And what we have to do now is learn how to afflict ourselves, or as Zakim likes to say, is take the low road for our brothers and sisters whenever there's a problem or an issue. So the word anah means to afflict. But we have another word, sum, which means to fast. So in the Day of Atonement now, we're actually supposed to afflict our souls and not fast. All right? Fast means to go without food on the Day of Atonement now. You're supposed to now try to be in one with your brothers and sisters and be in one accord. So just like you afflict yourselves, making sure that you call brothers and sisters and say, listen, you know what? Don't have any all against you. And if you do, you try to make that amendment with your brother and sister so that you can go ahead and make it to the next festival. And even the Shabbat is a festival. All right? We all right? Got a few more seconds? Okay. So we're now at the sixth candle. And we talked about the word anah, which means to afflict, and the word sum, which means to stay away from food. This is the reason why I say Yahuwah has sent his ultimate love gift, Yashra'al Mashiyach, to be that atoning sacrifice, for the nation of Yashra'al. And the seventh day of recreation, of the recreation story here, is the seventh plan of salvation. Anybody know what the seventh candlestick represents? Right, Sukkot. Feast of Tabernacles. And what happens during the festival of Sukkot? You have the Hebrew word asif, which means ingathering. The Hebrew word asif means ingathering, and this is where you begin to gather all of the fruits and vegetables that are left, because we have the spring harvest, you have the Messiah in the middle, and then we have the ingathering, where the Father's going to now do the gathering from the fruits and vegetables that are actually growing from the vine. All right.